Housing Corporation NHC is located at Park Range, Bastia, St. Kitts. Easy no mind.
Sunrise Airways is connecting the OECS. Fly to and from Grenada, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Dominica, St. Kitts, and Antigua with seamless onward connections. Enjoy competitive fares and the best in travel. Book now at sunriseairways.net or with your travel agent. Sunrise Airways, One Caribbean. We fly to connect people. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Sunrise Airways.
Next Gen Medical Laboratory is a gold standard, fully comprehensive, locally owned medical laboratory here to provide world-class care to you. St. Kitts' leading medical laboratory, Next Gen offers a wide range of tests including blood, urine, stool, liver, kidney, thyroid, HIV and other sexually transmitted infections, as well as COVID-19 testing. Located on Upper Shaw Avenue in the ICG building in Basseterre, Next Gen Medical Laboratory also offers advanced testing capability for food and environmental allergies and autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, celiac disease, and connective tissue disorders. Now, with genomic sequencing capability, your physician will be able to request tests for cancer detection, COVID-19 viral infections, and fetal congenital abnormalities like Down syndrome, to name but a few. Remember to get a referral letter from your doctor before visiting. Next Gen Medical Laboratory, providing quick and reliable turnaround time for your convenience in a professional, private, and confidential setting.
Turn up the sound. Freedom FM.
Good night, St. Kitts and Nevis. Good night, good night. I'm your host, Jalen Monzak, and welcome to another episode of Youth Beat. We haven't been in this studio for quite a while, and LJ miss us. Oh, he doesn't miss us. But yeah, we haven't been in the studio for a while, so we're happy to be here this evening to continue talking about what the young people are doing across St. Kitts and Nevis. And as I said, I'm your host, Jalen Manzak. We usually have Naomi this evening. She wouldn't be here because she is elsewhere, but she sends her love nonetheless. And the topic this evening is surrounding International Men's Day, which is celebrated annually, and this is celebrated on Wednesday the 19th, if I'm correct. Hopefully I'm correct, the 19th of this month. Is this month for sure. And it's a time to recognize men and their contributions, as well as to what's the word? losing mention of thought. As well as to bring up young men as well too. And we have a group of young men as well too. But I'll allow my guest hosts and co-hosts to introduce themselves. We also have a new, where he was a guest before, and now he has a new hat where he's now going to be a host. So you can introduce yourself, Javid.
So, good night, listeners. As he mentioned before, I am the guest host for tonight. I'm Javid Edwards.
You don't want to tell them anything else?
Yeah,
No,
something about you.
I'm currently a second-year law student at CFBC, and overall, I'm just happy to be here again. I was here previously as a guest, and now I'm wearing the host role. So, again, I'm happy and grateful to be here again.
Okay, sharing Javid's sentiments. It's always nice to be back on the radio, back on air. My name is Jazara Green. You should probably know my voice by now, hopefully. But this is Youth Beat. We're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook, so tune in. Freedom FM 106.5. Yeah,
Awesome.
should we get right into it?
Yeah, let Javid.
So, to start off, I would like you guys and for the listeners to just introduce yourself briefly and also give your role in the turnaround agenda as well.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Lawrence Knight Jr., and I'm the president of Turnaround Agenda.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jahim Wanaventura, and I'm the past president of the Turnaround Agenda movement.
Okay, continuity.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Khalid Kiwi, and I am a member of the Turnaround Agenda movement.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Everett Huggins, and I'm a member of the Antioch Baptist Church who work closely with the Turnaround Agenda.
Okay, awesome. So welcome to Freedom FM, welcome to Youth Beat. I know that we had the Turnaround Agenda on a couple shows ago, maybe a year ago or so, and now we're having you here again. But for persons listening who may not know what Turnaround Agenda is or TAG, what is TAG?
Okay, well, Turnaround Agenda is a movement created by the lead pastor Connor of the Antioch Baptist Church. It's a movement designed to help young men between the ages 11 to 21 to live a better life, to become holistic beings, to become men of excellence, men of good character, men that you could all look up to and want to be like in the future.
Okay, yeah. All right. How long has it been going on now? A while now?
It's been going on
11?
It has been going on for about
Oh, okay. Over a decade?
Just under a decade.
Under a decade?
Yes.
Okay. Were you a part of TAG as well?
Well, I became a member of the Antioch Baptist Church in 2023, 2020 to 2023,
Really?
right?
So
yes.
That was the first time. Because I feel like if I see Antioch Baptist Church, I see you. so I'm very surprised that you're telling me that you became a member in 2023.
That's
so that
right.
means you wasn't going before that.
No, I wasn't.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So you actually integrate yourself into the church so well that it seems as if you've been going there since they started.
Well, God is amazing.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. So when we were doing the poster, there's this tagline, and you could tell me if I'm incorrect. Transforming lives. That's a tagline. That's a tagline that y'all use. Okay. So what does that transformation look in real life for TAG, in terms of? You see, you tell us what the mission is. You tell us what TAG is, but in terms of like actual
translation to real life.
Yeah. Maybe you could talk about like in terms of when you first came into TAG, how you was before, and then when you joined TAG, how it transformed you.
Yeah. Just like Brother Everest said, is we haven't been, a lot of us haven't been part of TAG for a very long time, but just going to one session is very impactful. You see how these people actually care about you, and everything is catered to young men. And that's why we have our tagline is transforming lives, because my life has been completely transformed by Turnaround Agenda. Before, I was just a young man doing the most common things everyone does, but I was very lost in life in general, not knowing where to go, not knowing what to do. And the one thing about TAG is it gives you answers and not add more questions to your life. You know, your family always asking you, well, what you will do with your life when you're going to university, when you're getting a job, but TAG gives you answers. Well, we see you are capable of doing this thing, so we're going to push you more. If you like to be a mechanic, well, we're going to give you a mechanic course to go do and actually help you even more into becoming the man you was always meant to be. And that is exactly what happened to me.
So it's not just about the Bible, talking about the Bible.
It's
just
about
just
life.
For those persons, because when they think of Anti-Baptist Church, they will think, okay, just going there to talk about the Bible.
Well, it's a holistic approach. We focus on the three basic principles, that emotional, physical, and spiritual. So we know you need all those aspects of your life need to be in balance for you to actually live a proper life.
Right. Okay. All right. How about you, LJ?
Well,
how did it transform your life?
The interesting thing about it is I was always in the Antioch Baptist Church because I was born there.
You're born in the Antioch Baptist Church.
What I would like to say, when you ask if it's not just about church, TAG has helped quite a number of young men find jobs. I myself got a job at Credit Union initially because of Brother Everest and Turnaround Agenda, and others have worked there because of Turnaround Agenda.
I actually saw First Federal, somebody, I don't know the person's name, but he was saying that he did an internship through TAG, I think, with First Federal.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Zarif, yes.
And he actually got the opportunity to work there and, go from there.
But you see, TAG as the organization, we understand the situation and the country we live in and what the young men might need. So, we also do help them to go spiritually, but also in every aspect. As Jaime was talking about, the mechanics course, there was also in the last TAG conference, there was a marine biologist who came to talk to the young men, and that would be very helpful for people who would be generally interested in biology and science. So we also link them with real world people and people who could help them in the future and help them in personal careers as individuals.
Okay, all right, nice, good. How about your colleague?
Well, I am currently a new member of the Turnaround Agenda group, but so far, being a part of the Turnaround Agenda, it has been something that helps me to become more stable as of before I joined the church itself. I constantly got myself into trouble and doing stuff that normal persons would do.
How old are you?
I am 14.
Okay, good.
So just coming to the Turnaround Agenda and being a part of it, listening to persons speak about past struggles and features. It just helps me to become more understanding of who I am and what should I do to improve of my character.
Okay. And recently, we were just talking outside, and recently you told me that you got a new position. You want to tell us more about that and how that went for you?
Yes. Just last week at the Washington Natural High School, I got elected for the role as vice president for the student government.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And my connection, the connection I have through becoming that goal and turning agenda, I spoke to a few persons that have experience, along with Jalen himself, about how to prep myself for certain debates and rallies. So that also helped me to become what I am now. So yes.
Okay, congratulations. Kudos to you.
Thank you.
I turn over to
So,
Josiah.
I think it's safe to say that TAG is something. Oh, thank you. I think it's safe to say that TAG is I don't know whether I should call it an organization or a program. A movement. I like that word better. TAG is a movement that seeks to empower men primarily, young men primarily, but still based on your individual interests. Yeah. So my next question was gonna be, how do you measure success, like from that movement? But I think you guys have done a pretty good job of explaining that through your own personal experiences and the transformations that you've had in your own personal lives. But if you have anything else you'd like to add or share, so the public could understand that it is a movement with results and it is a movement that is reaching people.
The first thing I would say is, it's really more, for a movement, it's more difficult to measure success because it's not just involving people in your church or we don't have exact members. Well, we do at some points, but we know most of our events, like our flagship events, which is our Turnaround Agenda conference that we have during the summer, and our Night of the Kings that is coming up soon, is involving everyone in St. Kitts and Nevis. So you have so much people coming out and joining, and then every time we have meetings, you have different people showing up and different people showing up. So sometimes it's hard to measure, but you can see it in the change in the people itself. You can see it how we have regular checkups and seeing how people are improving, whether in their work, in their school life, and just how less trouble they're giving in general. And not just that, but they're feeding most of their energy is going back into what they are interested in. So like that, we help them to focus on what they need to do with their lives, so they don't have time to now give trouble in school or to go out and do bad things because they are so focused on their purpose and their mission in life. And you can see it exactly with Zarif and everything. It's not just, it's a holistic approach. We know we can't just tell you how to live your life, but we have to help you throughout. So it's giving jobs and giving places for you to actually grow and support you.
And I would also like to add to his sentiment, we have a few program values that would just help in the young men going into men of character. We have step up, lead, initiate, be a man of action, speak up, be courageous, fear God and not man, speak the truth in love. You have seek self-control, stop, listen, relate, and communicate. You have stay humble, don't think less of yourself, but think of yourself less, and seek God, seek God's kingdom first, and live for eternal reward. Those are just
core values.
Yes.
Okay. And y'all believe that y'all are personal examples of those core values.
Yeah.
Y'all represent that. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, for one, like the responses that I've been hearing, I think that it paints a broad and holistic idea to the viewers of what TAG is all about. I think people seeing that TAG emanates from a spiritual institution, they would think it's solely just spiritual. But I think that you guys demonstrate that it's not only spiritual, but you also help uplift and empower young men academically, professionally, and socially as well. So I think the responses so far have been great. But just piggybacking off of some of the responses given already, I just wanted to know what are some of the challenges you guys face in reaching young men, because I imagine that it won't be an easy task. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Not all at once.
So, okay, let me use this one. Well, some of the challenges you might have, you will always have pushback at the beginning. Like me personally, when I just came, I came to the church going to my youths. Before I knew about Turnaround Agenda, I went to the church youths, and I thought, well, this thing is for children. Youths is for children. You don't. Okay. Nobody want to go and run around. This is nonsense, really, and I really came for a girl.
Oh,
me not come to learn anything, right?
So try to be a girl.
I brought me to youth, and that's how I came part of Turnaround Agenda. So you see...
I hope you thank her.
But you see, when I came in the room, my pastor started speaking about financial advice and how to actually save your money and live a proper life. I said, this is something good. And I'm going to come back again. And I commute, and then I finally came to Turnaround Agenda. And I said, wow, these people really care about me. The chairs are comfortable. They have AC. They have food for me. Okay. They really set out everything for me. And they're speaking about things that I want to hear about. So it's completely catered for young men. And I think there is no space like this in St. Kitts Nevis throughout the whole world, a space for a young man to be comfortable. Because at some points in my life, I said, well, Turnaround Agenda was all I had. After arguments in my family and different things happening in my life, tests, Jazara could tell you we was in physics class together, a lot of tests and a lot of things, a lot of stress. I said, Lord, I just want to go to Turnaround Agenda. So that was an escape. That was my escape and my comfort place. So
I just want to add something to just to piggyback a little bit off of what Brother Jaheim just explained, and when he spoke about this space. Our lead pastor, who should be credited for everything with TAG because he's the visionary, right. He's very particular about environment. Now you create an environment for the young men, they're going to come. And so we wanted to create something that is just different. And Brother El just spoke about earlier what TAG is all about. That is why we consider it as a metanoia, right? We don't want to call it a group because it's a change of mindset. So people like Brother Jaheim could have come into the program, feel comfortable, program that is tailored to young men and their desires. We don't stifle creativity or anything like that. And so I strongly believe that the Turnaround Agenda at some point will produce the future leaders of the country. I think it's my belief that a prime minister is going to come out of the Turnaround Agenda who's going to lead with a God's view, right? Well, he could do anything.
I'm from Cuba. I can't be the prime minister.
Right. So just kind of wanted to add that plug in that, the environment is important. That is something that the visionary is very particular about. So, I mean, Jalen, you come there all the time. You see the quality of the facilities, and the young men keep coming. You don't have to beg them. You don't have to force them. It's like, when is the next meeting? So they will tell you about the times that they normally meet, and so you could understand.
Yes. So just to sum it up, our biggest challenge would be just getting these young men to come, because from young men hear something positive, we already have a kind of stigma on it, like, well, this thing is going to be boring, they won't talk about the things I would like to speak about. But once you get it so much times where you see these young men come and they say, well, I'm going to never come again. Like, they have it in their head, I won't come again. But once they're in this space and hearing what our pastor and visionary speaks about and just seeing what Turnaround Agenda is all about, they buy into it quickly. Yes.
So how do you get them to come?
I think you create a space where people want to show up.
Sure. But if you don't know about the space or the environment, because like for me, like I will look at the perception that it's a church group and you come to preach.
Can I pause here for a second? Sorry,
Sure.
I feel like we've been going on this stigma like a church group. The Bible is a book about real people, real lives. It's not I think a lot of times when we think of the Bible, we think of it as some old people sayings or some foreign stories. These are real people who have lived their lives, and it's so like you can learn a lesson from your mother, and you can learn a lesson from your father, and you learn lessons from your friends. You learn lessons from the lives those people have lived.
Right.
So just putting that in the ear before we continue the discussion and continue thinking of the Bible and church as like a foreign thing. Primarily, the goal, even as Christians, is to reach people and is to go where they are, because a lot of times they're not coming where you are.
So on that point there, in terms of coming where you are, are you guys going where they are? Sorry, are you guys doing that, or how do you guys reach men like outside of the church and the males in the church?
Well, we have a lot of outreaches. We do devotions every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at the Dr. William Connor Primary School. And we have occasional days where we go out and in our communities and speak to the young men. But I really believe it's up to each and every member to go out and invite their friends and invite more people, because that is where you really get members. If you understand how good Turnaround Agenda is, you can't help but to speak to your friend and say, but just come along, this thing is a good thing, come. And I see so much time with young men from even out of the general area where we are located, from all the way in the countryside. They come and they invite their friends. They come, so much of them from Sandy Point, from all the way where am I from? Molyneux, and that side of the country. You see so much of them come in, and they buy into it and they invite their friends, and we have so much different events, whether it's football, basketball, different things that help them to appreciate what TAG is all about.
Okay. Yeah. Can I just add one thing? I'm very proud of the program because, again, it's organic, because the seed has been planted, and one of my most proudest thing that I say with the TAG, I mean, even persons who are generally stigmatized, who may have like some sort of special need. Yeah. You see these people actually coming to the program, and then what it does as well too, it's so contagious. You see young men starting to have desires to serve in the church. I mean, Brother Khalik is a prime example. He started coming to the youth, then he started coming to the TAG, then he got baptized. Very proud of that. Became a member, of course, after baptism, and then he started serving the church. I mean, Brother Jahim is a similar story. He just gave his story right there, and so it is something that is contagious. And I mean, Scripture. I mean, everybody's responsible for their own salvation, basically. And I'm so happy that my good colleague here, she was able to, eloquently explain, the whole basis of the Bible and what Christianity is about, which is building disciples and reaching people. And so the program it's organically spreading. So it's like I don't want to call it the wrong word, but it's contagious. Yeah, it's contagious amongst the young men.
Your work speaks for yourself.
That's right. Yeah.
I think one of the best ways to draw people in is from your own story.
That's
like
true.
if you, and I think they're doing a good job of that. If you are living the example, when people see something nice, they want to know. They want to know where it come from, how you get what did you do differently, and so it already piques people's interest.
Okay, fair. All right.
So sorry, go ahead.
Khalik has something to say.
Well, to reaching out to persons, most of the time, yes, we are a young men's group and we target young men, but most of the time it's parents that don't concede to the young men coming out and they wonder what are we doing, and certain events. So one thing that we do in TAG, which is something I definitely like, is visiting. So sometimes on Thursdays, sometimes on Wednesdays, we go out to visit the elderly. A few, not all, but a few of us go out and visit the elderly. So visiting the elderly is something that we love to do. And meanwhile, when we visit them, they can still help us to outreach to other peer ones to speak to them about getting their kid into enrolling themselves into Trinidad Agenda. So yes.
I'm actually glad that Brother KB said that, because what that does also do to help you to become a little bit more gentle as a person and give you more emotional intelligence, because sometimes you could be maybe a little bit rash and a little bit harsh, but when you get around people a little bit older, a little bit more slower, they might not hear you good, so you got to stop and explain and take your time with them. It can really help you to become more caring and more gentle. And just to give a little bit of my own experience, I wasn't always such a good communicator and such a good social person, but I realized in Turn Agenda, it really helped me to like relate to people, boys of different background, different ages, the younger ones, the older ones. It really helped me to reach out and become more accepting towards them and warmer as an individual.
Okay, so at this point, I would just like to commend all of you for the work that you guys have been doing. I think that it's very commendable as young men to be contributing positively to society. I think that that's something that is not often recognized, so I think that you should be commended. To continue, this week marks Men's International Day, and you have two major events. So I would like you to tell the listeners more about a celebration of Kings, which is an event that you guys will be having.
Okay. Well, on this coming Friday the 14th, we have a celebration of Kings, which is a dinner and an award ceremony for. Okay. It's an award ceremony for some specific young men, but the dinner in general is open to the public. But it was created with the intent to make young men feel valued and appreciated for what they are doing. So what we're saying is every young man is a king. Like, first of all, that's what we're saying. Every young man is a king. So we want you to come dress nicely, feel comfortable, feel good about yourself, feel valued, feel appreciated. And then we have some specific awards. Well, we have some awards for people who are doing excellently in different fields, and we want to give them those awards so they would be further encouraged in the future to continue to do what they're doing. And even for younger ones around them, they would say, well, I want to be like so and so. Mm-hmm. So let me focus in this particular field and continue to be excellent.
Okay, so the awarding, it's for persons within TAG or within the church?
No, within the entire federation.
Oh, within the entire federation, okay.
So recognizing excellence and inspiring excellence.
Exactly.
Because
I won't charge you for the tackling.
Well, say it one more time.
Recognizing excellence to inspire excellence.
That is right. Because sometimes it's not just enough to tell young men to do good in school or to be better. You have to give them a reason to want to be better, a stepping stone to say, like, okay, if I go and do good in my schoolwork, well, I can get this award. Like this person, if I go and do good in my community, I can get this award. It sends a message that you will be rewarded for doing good things as a young man.
And for some people to just even show them that it is possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For them to be able to aspire to say, okay, all right, I see that LJ got this award, I can get this award as well too. So that's
so
really
sorry, one question. So it is open to the general public?
That's a good question.
Yeah? Or is it, so it's open to the general public?
Yes, it is.
But I heard you guys were sold out. I was trying to sneak in, but I don't think I will be welcome there. I think you guys have another event coming up on Sunday. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, before we go into the event for Sunday, I would just have one of the. I would just ask the president to just give an outline of the awards that are going to be presented, because that is really the hallmark of the event itself. I mean, so the Night of the Kings we're in our third edition. We started it in 2023, and so this year we're going to be taking a different approach, and we have some things, special in store. If you know anything about the visionary for the program, he always brings the element of surprise. So I myself am excited. Okay. I'm looking forward to what the element.
You don't know what the element is either.
I'm looking forward. I'm just excited about it. Okay. So, Brother Eljed, our president, is going to just give you a breakdown of the different awards that are going to be presented.
So on Friday, we have 9 different awards. First, we have the TAG Award. This TAG Award is specifically for a member who shows the spirit of ministry, who promote the vision of TAG and has a personal commitment to spiritual growth. Then we have the Humanitarian Award. It's for a young man who makes an effort to make his community a better place. Is a part of some kind of civic or social organization other than something church related.
Okay.
And then we have the Innovator Award. This is for someone who does well in the areas of maths, science and technology. Whether maths alone or science alone or technology alone, or just all of them combined. Okay. And then we have the Lifesaver Award. It's for someone who went above and beyond and did like a heroic act to try and save someone's life.
Okay.
And then we have the Phoenix Award. It's like this award is awarded to someone who overcame great struggle in their life and is now moving in the right direction to become better, even despite of the challenges they face. Then we have the Visionary Award. This award is for a young man who has turned their creativity and knowledge into an economic venture. So they had an idea, now they turn it into a business. So they will receive the Visionary Award. Then we have the Dreamer Award. This award recognizes a young man who engages in their community in a way that tries to preserve culture and express the arts, visually performing arts, or even through like digital media forms.
Okay.
And a Role Model Award would be for a young man who helps his peers and younger youth in the church and in the community to become better. This award can be given to a leader, a peer counselor, or just a positive person in the classroom or in your community. And then lastly, the 9th award.
The 9th award?
The 9th, sorry. The 9th one. We have the Discovery Award. This award is for someone who stands up for environmental advocacy, someone who stands for the environment and uses projects and technology to get their message across.
Okay.
Sorry, 2 questions.
Okay, go ahead.
One is just one recipient per award.
Yes, it is.
And 2, if it's not too forward of me, how are the recipients selected? Could you?
Well, how are they nominated?
How are they nominated and selected? If you could provide some clarity on the process.
Well, we have an executive in the turnaround agenda that would, well, first of all, we had a nomination process, which we had a form where anybody can be nominated, ages 11 to 21, anyone in the federation, and then we had our executive now would go and interview these people. And through those interviews, we had about 2 interviews to bring down the numbers and then the selection process. So it was we had a lot of nominees, and it was a very lengthy procedure, as kind of like how Remarkable Teas does it. Yeah. But in the end, we think we picked the right individuals.
So how many? These are a lot. So like, like 20, 50, 500 people were nominated. Or like were applied, I would say.
Well, the process was it was an open nomination process. So we would have received a plethora of applicants based on the respective criteria that we outlined.
Okay.
And so we are pleased with the pool of candidates that we received. And the rest is going to be history on Friday evening. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
So if you miss it, you miss it.
Yeah, hopefully it's like the nominees is across the St. Kitts, not just like concentrated in one area or anything like that.
Yes, we actually have many we actually have some awardees from Nevis, and we have it's from all over the federation, so not just St. Kitts.
Okay, good. Javed, do you have any?
So, seeing that you have multiple events this weekend, I was just wondering, what, if anything, do you hope that the young men take away from the entire weekend beyond just the events?
Yeah, so for those men that's watching, who are attending, who's watching online, who's seeing these people being recognized, what do you hope to get the message out of the celebration of the King's event?
Well,
go ahead.
We would want them to generally live with the idea that they are valued as individuals and that they can become better and do better than what their current situation may be. We would also want them to live with a sense of pride. When I say pride, not pride in a bad way, but pride as in I am somebody and I am important, because it would do a lot for their self-esteem, and it would also help them to do better in their lives when they see other persons get these awards. It would want them to now focus. Now I want to do something good. Now I want to be excellent in some field. So I would focus and continue to do this thing because somebody actually sees me and somebody actually values me, and I will continue to do it.
Got you. So ultimately you're saying that you hope that the young men that attend would essentially leave feeling empowered and uplifted.
Yes.
Okay, got you.
Okay, I just want to add just one thing and just a little more clarification on the nomination. So it was sent out to the schools and the various churches, and of course because of the volume, again a lot of it was by proxy, and just to clarify a little further, Jalen, based on your question and your concern,
Well, I mean, it's a
the winner is final.
Huh?
The winners are final.
The winners are final.
Right? So,
Don't do this.
Friday night is going to be one for the history books.
Okay.
And I would encourage you to stay tuned to our. If you cannot make it, I would encourage you to stay tuned to our social media pages, and you'll see all the information right there.
Yeah.
But that will be the conversation.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So you said that this is the third year. So for the past 2 years, could you give like who you've given awards to or recognized off the top of your head?
Well, this would be the first time for the awards.
Oh, okay.
So the Night of the Kings would have taken a different format in the past, and in the first year we had a speaker flying in all the way from Texas, heard about the program, and decided, hey, I'm going to come here and I want to speak to these young men. And he was a part of a prominent global company, and he came and he was flabbergasted. He was impressed with what he saw of the young men, because as you hear from the panel here this evening, the young men are very assertive. They are confident in what they're doing. We don't have to tell them what to say. They know exactly what to say. They communicate from their heart, and And Brother Elger, the president, would have spoken about the program core values, and these are things that are reaffirmed when they meet regularly.
Okay. Okay. So, is there any guest speaker this year?
When you come, you're gonna find out.
You're leaving the audience in suspense. You're leaving me in suspense as well. Let me not have to go on Friday.
I'm gonna change the direction a little before Jalen tries to reveal all the secrets for Friday night. So we've heard a lot about Night of the Kings. Did I say it right? Celebration of the Kings. Celebration of the Kings. I'm sorry. Tell us now about Sunday. What's happening?
Okay. So every year, I'm just proud to be a member of the Antioch Baptist Church because we always, do things based on what the Spirit leads us to do. And again, I have to make reference again to the visionary, our lead pastor, for his vision and his obedience to what the Holy Spirit has called on him to do. And so this year, of course, we'll be honoring males in celebration of International Men's Day. And I would encourage all men to come at 9 p.m. And the women is at 7 a.m.
Oh, okay, so
and I'm putting it out there. We want men of all ages to come and, come and experience it. The first time I experienced it was something that was transformational for me. It caters to our needs. Okay. All right. So Jalen and Javid are looking forward to seeing you at 9 a.m. And for the ladies, 7 a.m.
So there's a specific message or a specific topic? I know it's about International Men's Day, but I have to come and see it as well.
We'll see you on Sunday at 9 a.m.
You will see me for sure because I'm the president of Skinaipo, so we're gonna have some of our members.
So this year it's gonna be known as the table church, all right? And it's known as the table church, and the theme: change your mind, change your life.
Change your mind, change your life.
Yes.
Okay. You're speaking?
What's that?
You're preaching?
If I'm preaching? When you come, you'll notice. Right. So again, it's a split service. So so again, 7 a.m. the ladies, 9 a.m. the men.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Nice. Awesome.
So it's safe to say that this team doesn't just apply to these two events, but to TAG in general. Change your mind, change your life. And I think that's a theme that's been prominent in our discussion tonight. Yeah? Yes. So, sorry. Turning the tables again. See, y'all get a joke? Sorry? No? Okay.
Yeah, we get it.
Okay. But moving on to another question. So you guys have been a part of TAG for some time, right? How do you balance the drive to, I guess, reach people and all that TAG entails with your personal life and your personal goals and all, like you said, all the things you have going on in life, whether it's school stressing you out, your family stressing you out,
and
your bills stressing you
well
out, your faith, like growing in your faith. How do you balance it all? Any advice? Those listening?
That's a great question.
Lord, as you said, my mother called me. But, it becomes a part of your life. Like, my mother and my family know, wherever I am, I'm doing something for church. I'm doing something involving my church so they understand, well, Jahim doing this, I can't disturb him, I can't think it. But you also have to have a balance, in your life, like, put time aside for your family because that's important to you. And I believe whatever you find important, you will find time for. So everyone find times for what they want. So as long as nobody's stopping me from going to church, nobody's stopping me from doing what I like to do, I have no problem with people. So I think that's the core of it, that you will always find time for what you want and what you love and what you love to do. Okay.
So you just didn't love physics. That's what I'm hearing.
Physics are the one problems. You know that.
What about you, LJ? Kali, can I for you?
Well, to add on to Jaim's little thing, from the school's aspect, from balancing SBAs and such, along with helping men or young men. At first, it was a very hard struggle to balance my schoolwork and also attending the events. But I found ways such as creating time spaces where I take off a couple of time from those events to focus on schoolwork and such projects or SBAs. So to any tagmen that's listening right now and are struggling with balancing their schoolwork and also attending those events, all I can say to you is that find something that can help you to balance it more. Like, for example, as I said, time spaces. Just do what you feel most comfortable in creating those spaces, and yeah.
Last thing I would say about that is tag teaches you how to manage your time. I remember when I first came to tag, and they gave me a line out, and at the top it had important, and the other side it had non-important. The top said urgent, and the other side said not urgent. And whatever is important and urgent, you do it now. Whatever is non-important, non-urgent, you cancel. Whatever is important, but it's not urgent, you delay. Whatever is non-important, but not important and urgent, you delay. Important, but not urgent, you plan. You see, so it gives you ways to how to cope to your life and how to cope with the stresses of school and family and everything. So it actually helps you more now to manage your time better. Yeah.
To find that harmony.
Just jump in as well too. And just to kind of strengthen what Brother Jaheim said, it's all about that balance, and it ties back to, the three main pillars: the spiritual, the financial, and the emotional.
Yes.
And so there is no dichotomy in how the young men actually develop, because you actually live it. As we said earlier, it's a metanoia. And so we see it bleed out in how they actually function. We don't have to say to Jaheim and the other team members on Sundays when they come for certain aspects to go ahead and do your devotions. They take charge, they take the lead. And Brother LJ eloquently described the program's core values. And so once this is reaffirmed, you become a part of it. Some advice our lead pastor always gives us is, hey, don't focus on the sin. The sin is going to take care of itself. If you focus on living, you'll focus on applying the principles of what the scripture teaches you. Then you are actually going to see the results that you're looking for. And so it's the same thing that you notice within the tag. That's why I indicated that it's not a dichotomy. It becomes you become it. And so it's just for you to continue to reinforce it. And with the lifestyle and behavior, it becomes contagious. And you asked earlier about how do you get more members. That's how you get members, because they see them. You see them on the road. Hey, I want to be able to experience or feel some of what they are getting, right? And even how the young men come to church, they dress. They're dressing. Jalen, you've been to the church. They're dressing in blazers Sunday morning times and what's not. Right. So right. So we're very excited and proud about it. And the program is at a state right now where Jaheim was the very first president. We're so proud to have Brother LJ now functioning as the new president.
I'm proud of him as well.
And so you see the program itself taking a life of its own. We just can actually step back and look back like, wow, this thing is spreading. A lot of the young men look up to these men here as as role models, and so it is actually spreading. Yeah.
Next 10 years or so, well, additional 10 years, you don't see Cali becoming president. Sure. So that's a good point, though.
Yes, but I specifically like the answers to this question, specifically, but just shifting gears a bit as Jazaro has done in the past. One word experience that I think you, the guests, have uttered numerous times amongst yourself would be that you were transformed as a result of TAG. So being transformed and even continuously going through that self-improvement and edification process, what advice would you give to young men out there who is struggling to find direction in life, being a part of the TAG movement?
A word of advice I would give to a young man finding it hard, to go through the process of improving oneself. I always found it hard doing it alone. You can't do it alone. This going through life alone without any help, without any mentors, is difficult. You try to go on the internet and find motivational speeches. You feel good for a second and then you're back down to zero. I mean, you have to reach a point where you understand, well, I can't do this by myself and I need help. And I always tell myself, to be a great leader, you need to first be a good follower and follow a great person. So I chose to follow a great man named Daryl Lincoln. We are Lincoln Daryl Connor, sorry. I said the right thing. Pastor Connor. And I said, well, I know if I'm... And when you follow such a great man, the people help you to go into rooms that you never have been before. Plenty of times I'm in a room with him speaking to somebody else and I'm like, wow, I shouldn't be here. But you just stay and be quiet and you gain all the information, knowing how to act around these high and very important people. Like you have to follow if you want to be great and go into a community with other guys who want to be similar. Like I remember KB, the first time he came to turn around agenda, he just latched on to me and continued following me around and following me around until he came to visiting with me, because I usually go out and visit the older people and we go to the hospitals and even we go to the prison. We have prison ministry. So he follows me and he said one day, Jaheim, because I'm going off to university soon in September, and he said, Jaheim, when you're gone, I want to continue go visiting. So it's a mentoring process from time you join the movement. As you learn the values, well, now you have to teach it to somebody else. So as you are teaching, you're even learning more and gaining more knowledge and information and being more effective in how you speak. So it's always a transferring of information. The ages is 11 to 21, but even when you're out, after you pass the age of 21, we expect you to come back and be a teacher to these young men and mentor them.
Okay, good.
Well, to add on what James said, with mentorship and being in spaces that you're not meant to be at an early age. When I first came to youths at first, everything was going well, and then through I was already going to certain youths and stuff, I knew a couple of stuff. So instantly I grasped what Pastor was teaching us. So basically, I got warmed up to everyone. So after a while, I got invited to TAG. And then in TAG, I met Jaheim. Yes. So after he already said that, I basically latched onto him. The experience of him transforming me was, it's still in progress, but it has been a success. And also, Pastor transforming me has also been a success. As James said about being in places that I am not supposed to be in such as a young age. Examples were, I think it was the second month or third, I got invited from pastor to Music in Excellence. So it was a big shock that I was able to go out. So after going out to musical in excellence, I just became more latched on because I realized that now going to Turn On Agenda, it helped me to become better and go to better places, and also helps to build my character. So.
Javid, to answer your question, I instantly think about the scripture in the Bible where say, in the multitude of counselors there is safety. So sometimes, you say you might feel lost or whatever, but support and structure really does help a lot. Because in Turn On Agenda, we not only have the executive, we have more senior members, older boys as well, who you could see as bigger brothers or mentors. So you come to us and the Antioch Baptist Church and we mentor you and you help you, because sometimes life really is hard because you don't have such a support, because the man is really island, so like, oh man, this thing hard, I'm doing everything by myself. But then you have a whole movement, you have a whole group of people to help you, so like, it becomes a lot less on you because you have a lot more people to share the load with.
Okay.
And to just add one little plug, as Brother Elja mentioned something, it just and it was to the front of my brain all evening. Is the whole concept of discipleship. I mean, we are brothers. We live like brothers. We fellowship together, and each one teach one. We build as we go along, and it's just a privilege to be able to serve in this capacity where we can all teach and learn from each other. I can learn from Brother Jahim. I can also learn from Brother KB, because there are huge generational gaps, and learning is not a one-way stream. And one of the things that we teach them is, as you get older, it's important for you to expand your network, and that would be able to widen your whole scope on how things actually function, while at the same time retaining the core values that you are taught. And so it helps you to become more, the more holistic individual, as the current and past president alluded to. And it also helps you to follow the principles of the Bible, which is to build and to make more disciples of men.
Yes. Okay. Speaking on that, so my final question is, again, James spoke about Pastor Connor being his mentor, if you want to say that. Is it the same for you guys as well too, or you guys have a different mentor within the church or within your community? You could if you want to shout them out as well too and say thank you.
Well, I would say Pastor Connor is one of my main mentors, but being a part of the church for 20 years now, I would say I would have a lot.
Wow, you
well, I was born there.
Long time, eh? What you say?
I would say Pastor Connor is one of my main mentor, but I have also many others like Everest Huggin, Brother Everest, Brother Ian, Deacon Kwesi, Pastor Piet, Deacon Simmons. The list is really long, to be honest. And even past teachers.
Yeah.
Huh?
Don't forget Mr. Knight.
And my father, of course. Yes, thank you. And past Sunday school teachers like Sister Marcy, and so they all really helped to raise me, as they say.
Okay, good. What about you, colleague?
Well, yes, one of my main mentors is, yes, Pastor D. Lincoln Connor. Other such mentors are Elja himself.
Oh, okay, Elja was it?
Jaim, along with Brother Everest.
Okay.
And such as I can't remember certain names through me being a new member of the church, but every day I meet a new person from the church. They help me learn different aspects of what I should grow up into being, and also helps me to deal with certain challenges and fears. So, yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, so all of us have said it that our main mentor is Pastor Connor. But we learn so much from our experiences going out and just getting experiences in life, like me going to prison ministry taught me so much about how to persevere in life, and just a lot of the times it's not about just nobody wants to go to jail. Simple. That's the fact. Nobody think when I grow up I'm going to go to jail. But it's the choices that you make. And a lot of them just made bad choices in bad moments. And it's all about coping mechanisms. How do you deal with your circumstances in life to not do these certain things? So you learn a lot from the experiences and going out and visiting and going out and meeting different people, having different experiences in life. Brother KB spoke about the Night of Musical Excellence, how just being part of that helps you to appreciate music, help you appreciate just the thought and the amount of practice it takes to go to something like that. So you learn that, well, through life you have to be prepared and you have to be disciplined. You have to make sure you wake up every day with at least something in mind that you would want to do to continue progress. Not every day you're going to feel good. Not every day you're going to want to do it, but you have to do it. You have to wake up with a purpose in mind. So it's a lot of the experiences we have that helps to teach us, and not just the mentors that are in the church. Even though we have so much like Brother Elvis and Brother Jack and Brother Ian in our church who really helps us and guide us to make proper decisions, because you still need those people in your life to help you make the right decisions. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. In terms of the experiences, and I had an interaction when I got the opportunity to teach at the prison some time back, and for me, like, it showed the humanity in terms of that anybody can be in this situation, and it also showed me that you cannot be judgmental, because I could be in that situation. Right. My cousin or my family can be in that situation. So it gave me that sort of humility. So I do agree with you in terms of that, the experiences that we have, whether it's bad or good, there's always a lesson in it. And for me, like, coming from the prison, like, that's how I try to approach life. So, like, the fact that you're saying that, it's really commendable. And I must say that, hearing you guys speak this evening, or every time I hear you guys speak, it's just like I'm just amazed. I'm amazed by the mannerism. I'm amazed by the respect that you give for Pastor Connor, and just the excellence in terms of what you breed. And you guys are young, and younger than me, like probably 5 years younger than me, and you already have this launching pad in terms of your life. So I'm just looking forward to seeing where your life your life will take off so far, just by those principles and teachings that TAG is teaching you and that Pastor Connor is teaching you. So I also want to say kudos to Pastor Connor in terms of launching this amazing initiative, and I can see that it's really impacting men. It's impacting you guys. Like, I went to the church and I see how the impact, the turnaround, and even for LJ as well too. Seeing LJ in high school and seeing how he is now this leader, and assertiveness, confidence, conviction is just so amazing. I'm looking forward to the next step in your guys' journey. Quite unfortunate that I couldn't be a part of TAG, but nonetheless, I'm TAG adjacent. So yeah, we're at the top of the hour. Actually, 9 minutes past the hour. So we're just gonna wrap up. I don't know if you have any additional questions that you wanted to ask.
Not really. I just wanted to commend again the guests here today, and also invite the listeners, specifically the young men listening, to attend this weekend's activities that will be hosted by TAG. I think based on the submissions given tonight by the guests, that it can be inferred that the events will be, a positive space for young men to uplift themselves. I think that it would be a good opportunity for young men to grow academically, socially, and especially spiritually as well. I think that it's focused on men empowerment, and it's just a good opportunity overall. And I also urge the listeners to follow the Antioch Baptist Church social media for further updates. And also to tune into this weekend's events centered around Men's Week as well.
Well, I would just ask Brother LJ to just tell them the social media handle for the Turnaround Agenda as well, because again, it's a non-governmental organization and it has its own social media following as well.
Oh, it does. I didn't even know that.
I'm sorry?
I didn't even know that I was going to follow now.
So, online on Google, you can find us at tag.skn, and you can find us on Instagram also. And I would also like to say the Night of the Kings, Celebration of the Kings begins at 7 p.m. and the church service at 9 a.m. for those who are interested in coming. I just reminded you about the time.
Women at 7.
Women at 7.
Okay,
Yes.
and it's live streamed, right?
Yes, it would be.
On the church's Facebook page? Social media pages, sorry? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any final words as we wrap up?
I would encourage any young men around the Federation to come and join TAG. Just come and see what we are about and see if you would like it. There is a place for everyone. We accept you as you are, whoever you are, whatever personality you have, we accept you. And we just want to share that it's a safe place for you to come and be yourself. We meet every first and third Sunday of each month at 4:30 p.m. at the Antioch Baptist Church.
Okay. I think this is a good note to end on. I think I'll just end with your theme for these activities and for International Men's Day, which is change your mind, change your lives. To all those listening, remember that it really is in your hands. So this was another episode of... Sorry.
Kali wanted to say something.
Sorry, go ahead, Kali. My bad.
And also to say to the tagmen listening, remember that the challenge is to fear not, stand firm.
Awesome.
Okay.
Fear not, stand firm. LJ, has something to say?
No, I would just like to thank you all for listening and invite you once again to Turnaround Agenda in general, and even in your own personal life, encourage you to want to become better and to do better and to make yourself proud, God proud, and your parents proud.
Just that one.
Okay. So for ending for real this time. But like I said, just reiterating the theme, change your mind, change your life. It really is in your hands, and you take advantage of the opportunities that there are, especially to all the young men. I'm kind of jealous that I don't, do they have something like this for women? But yeah, so this was another episode of Youth Beat. We are logging out right now.
Have a good night.
Naomi, I got the ending this time if you're listening.
All right, have a good night, everyone.
FM 106.5 FM. Turn up the sound.
Check this out. Listen.
Freedom FM.
Yes, give up our silence.